I just did my makeup and I give into a lot of the makeup and skincare trends. So a lot of these products are quite popular. That's why in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the most popular ones to see if they're really worth the hype and worth your money. And if I think that there's a better option out there, I'm also going to give you the alternative. And don't worry, because I'm going to give you my most honest reaction and my most just pure reaction on how I think these makeup and skincare brands work. Also, do you guys like my nails? I did them not too long ago and I'm very happy with them. As you can see, I've left some of my makeup not done, such as mascara and just some other parts of it, so you get a little live review of them. We're going to do it from least popular to the most popular skincare and makeup products of all time. Okay, maybe not all time, but recent times. Starting off, I have mascaras, and I have 3 here, but they're all pretty well known. I have the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, the Lash Princess, and the Sky High Maybelline mascara. How pretty is it? Out of these 3, I probably use the Maybelline one the most, just because I don't do a lot of big outgoing makeup looks. But here are my thoughts on each of these. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury one. As you can see, it kind of has a flat applicator and it applies quite smoothly and also quite naturally. It does take a couple of like brushes to get something a bit more visible, but if you wanted something a bit more natural, then I think it would be perfect. As you can see, it definitely does make my lashes look longer. The applicator for this one is round, so just like a normal mascara, and it does go on a little bit more at a time. As you can see, it's already like quite darker. These 2 have like thin applicators, so it does not apply like clumpy or anything. So here's just a little side-by-side comparison. They look quite similar. The Charlotte Tilbury one did not take any product off my lashes, and the Maybelline one took a tiny bit of product off, but it didn't smudge or anything when putting it on. This one does have a little more like thicker bristles, so I'm gonna apply it on top of the Maybelline just to show like that it adds extra length, and it does have a little bit of a darker, fuller look to it, but it does smudge quite a bit and it is a little like thick and sticky, as you can see. So my final thoughts is, it really just depends on the makeup look that you're doing that day. If you want a more outgoing, bigger makeup look, I'd go for this one. But if you want a more controlled, kind of dainty, natural look, I'd go for one of these 2. And I do think that they're both like worth the amount of money and worth the hype. Although this one is really just like any other like thick mascara. It can be a little clumpy and just a little less controlled. Comment your fave out of those 3. To the next product. Next we have the Mecca bronzer / contour stick. A lot of people I know have this, and I have it in the shade medium, and it's pretty good. It has like quite a bit of product in there. It's definitely the perfect shade for fair skin, so I'm gonna give that a bit of a try. I like to put it on my brush first. Also, these are the Kylie Cosmetic brushes. I'm just gonna apply a little to my upper cheekbone and blend it in. So I honestly don't think that there's anything wrong with this product. I think it looks pretty good and it is like a good shade match. However, it is $20, and I think being like a Mecca brand, there are some cheaper alternatives. This is the Australia's Dewy Daring bronzer, and it's almost like the exact same shade. It's just a little bit more orangey, so this one would work better as a bronzer rather than a contour. I'm just gonna do the same thing. So as you can see, it's definitely more orangey than this side. This is more like a shadowy type, which again would be better for a contour. But you could do this and you probably wouldn't even have to do blush, because it also gives a little bit of a ready, like sun-kissed look. But they are quite similar. There are lots of shades to this one. So 20 and 9, I think it's definitely worth saving $11 and going for this one. Okay, next, this is kind of a quick round, but it's the Anastasia. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I don't think there's anything wrong with this product. I use this like most days. I also use it to like slick down little hairs. Look, it was $24. I think it's definitely worth the price, but it keeps my brows in place like all day. It is kind of small for $24, but I think it's very worth it. Next we have the Isle of Paradise tanning drops. I got this in the lightest shade because I'm a pale girly, and this was $48. I've had this for like 3 years and I'm only like halfway done using it. Like, there's where the product stops. I don't know if that's because like you only need to use a tiny bit each time you use it, or because I just don't use it that often, but I did use this like last night and my skin is looking more tan than normal. Like, that is my normal shade right there, and that's not because of like contour or anything. You can like see the line.
Ow! Jump scare!
So it definitely has made me quite more tan, but also kept it quite natural. Again, I don't see anything that's wrong with this product. You literally just add a drop to moisturizer and just rub it in before you go to bed. It's very easy application. I'm sure that there are like other versions out there for a cheaper price, but I haven't used any, so I can't say anything. But if you know of any other like tanning drops or mists or anything, let me know in the comments and I'll definitely have a look at them. So my final word is you could probably get it cheaper, but this one is good quality. Next up is my blush category. I have again 3 different blushes and I'll rank them from most popular to least popular. First up is, drumroll, you guessed it, the Drunk Elephant bronzing drops. These were very popular, especially last year. I just realized I said bronzing drops, but they're actually the rosy drops. The bronzing drops are like more of a bronzer, but this is a blush, and it was $68, which is quite expensive for a small blush. Then we have the Kylie Jenner blush, and I love the shade of it. It's just like a really pretty light pink, and this one was $32. And lastly is the Too Faced blush, which is also quite popular, and I got this one in the shade Golden Hour. I first had that like really pinky shade, but I just didn't think it matched my skin, but I feel like this one is much more natural. So these are the rosy drops. As you can see, it's like a liquid blush and it goes into your skin really easy, and it just leaves like a little shiny, like glossy look. And then this one is a really pretty light pink and it just gives more of a matte effect. And then here's the Too Faced one, just a little more peachy and like natural. This one, it's great for your skin, it's great for the environment, doesn't do animal testing. I'm pretty sure it's organic, but just for $68, like, I just don't think it's that worth it. You could do something like this instead. This from the Body Shop, and it's just a tint, and I think that's more pigmented and will probably last longer, but it does give you a very nice glowy shine, and it's quick and easy to apply. Next, the Kylie one. I love this. I think it is a very specific shade, so it is very each to their own. I think it's pretty affordable. And lastly, this one, definitely not as pigmented, but it is very natural and versatile color, and I also think it's worth its money. So out of these 3, I definitely like these ones the most. I also love this one. I just think that you can get more affordable options. Next product is the viral Dior lip balm. I love this product so much, but as we know, it is Dior and it is very expensive. This is $65. Nearly $70 for a lip balm is crazy, but it's Dior, so I am joking, but in all seriousness, it is a very good lip balm. I'm gonna wipe everything that I have on my lips off for this. This is my lips without any products on, and it says it's supposed to have like an exfoliating feature in it. So let's just get a look. This is the shade 001. Bruh. Okay, it's not focusing, but it's the one that has a very subtle but still there pink tint. It's very natural but still very pinky. It smells very good, like shea butter. I got it from my grandma, so I don't have to say that I spent nearly $70 on a lip balm. but it at least isn't a bad lip balm. I love you, Dior, sponsor me. Next up we have the Viral Glow Recipe Hydrating Mist, and I love this mist so much. It smells so good. It just gives you that like hydrated, dewy look. It is $51. It's supposed to hydrate and give you like a glowy, radiant look, and honestly I think it does what it says it's supposed to do. I honestly just love how refreshing it feels on your skin. I don't know about what it actually does to me, but it smells good and it just feels really refreshing. So if your skin feels dry and you just feel like you need that glowy hydration, I think that this is a good product for you. Next up, of course we couldn't do this without a Sol de Janeiro product, so I have the Sol de Janeiro, oh my god guys, I apologize for what's happening with my camera, but it's the Sol de Janeiro Scent 62 Body Moisturizer. This is the 75ml I think, and it was $37, and this is how much I've used. I haven't used that much, but it smells very good. I'll move my jewelry out of the way. It has a nice creamy texture, and it just like leaves you smelling very good all day. It smells exactly like the perfume that's this scent as well, so it could be a great combo. I haven't used it that much just because I don't normally moisturize my body much unless it's with like a gradual tanning moisturizer or something. I just find that my skin doesn't get very dry even like during winter. But if you're a dry skin girly, I recommend this. It's like one of the best body moisturizers apparently. It does feel very hydrating. It smells very good again. So I think it's worth the money. Last but not least, we have one of the biggest scandals out there. We have the Charlotte Tilbury vs MCO Beauty Flawless Filter. I got both of these just so I could show you guys exactly which one is better. As you can see, I have used up this Charlotte Tilbury one. There is some evidence that it's Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know what happened to the packaging. And then we have the MCO Beauty one, which I definitely haven't used as much of, but yeah. So I'm going to do all the tests and give you a full rundown of which one is worth your money. Mind you, this one's 75 and this is 17. First off, this is supposed to be a flawless filter. This one is called Flawless Glow, but they're both not supposed to be a foundation, right? And at first glance, you can definitely tell it has a very light coverage with the Charlotte. But the MCO Beauty one is a little bit thicker, almost giving like foundation vibes. However, it does seem a little glowier. So I have the same amount. This is the MCO Beauty and this is the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm putting this as the ultimate test, and first we're going to do the transfer proof test. So again, this is the Charlotte Tilbury, this is MCO Beauty, and I'm just gonna, I think that was fairly equal, guys. I'm gonna sacrifice some of this to see the water resistance. Again, it looks fairly similar. MCO Beauty is supposed to like copy the formula, so I'm not surprised if they're like quite similar. They both have color coming up. So my final verdict on these two is that I think it is definitely worth saving that big amount of money and just going for the MCO Beauty one, unless you really wanted that kind of filter glow natural look, then this one. But otherwise, I think the formula is quite similar, and I mean, I haven't gotten any like acne or breakouts from any of them, but unless you're very prone to that, this one probably is just high quality because it's like more expensive. So these are all the products that I reviewed today done. I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you like disagreed with anything or had any extra points on anything, let me know in the comments, let everyone else know in the comments, and let me know which out of all of these is your favorite and highly recommended product. And if you don't already, follow my Instagram, tayah_star, and my TikTok, which is the same username. Also, thank you guys so much for 40,000 monthly views on Pinterest. That honestly means a lot to me because I love Pinterest so much. I'm like one of those Pinterest girls. And if you have any other ideas for any videos or content or anything, let me know.